Hey guys, welcome back to our channel.
This Mr. Kim.
Mrs. Kim here.
I know it's been a while since the last video, so I guess this video is kind of like a explanation of what that is, and I guess how we plan to handle this whole YouTube thing going forward. We have like a list of like the 4 main reasons that I guess the 4 main challenges.
Yeah, starting YouTube, everybody makes it seem so simple, which it is, but there's definitely things that you run into that you don't consider or think about before embarking in this journey. And we just want to list all the things that we went through, all of the issues that we dealt with. I know in our first video we mentioned having like a consistent schedule of uploading once, twice a week, and that obviously has not been happening for the past couple of months. So
Hey, shout out to that comment. I don't remember the exact name, but I think you can put it up. That pretty much advised us that starting out we probably shouldn't stick to like a very strict or rigid schedule and just kind of test the waters and flow with how it goes.
yeah, shout out to that person. They were definitely right, because making a schedule, which is nice to make a schedule and make a plan and say it out loud, at least you're holding yourself accountable. But at the same time, with YouTube, you're dealing with life and everything, so it's kind of hard sometimes to just stay on track or stay on schedules. These are just the things that we dealt with, the things that we face while trying to proceed this YouTube journey.
First one was technical issues, right?
Yes, technical issues. We have, I want to say like 3 or 4 cameras. I used to do YouTube videos in the past, and we have a couple of cameras, and they haven't been used in a while, and we had to figure out the settings and everything, which was something that we didn't really consider.
Yeah.
So filming the videos, the quality wasn't like up to par, the lighting, and just trying to figure all that stuff out just wasn't going the way we planned.
And I think with that too, is kind of you can kind of use that as like an excuse, in the sense to not publish a video. I think it leads more into like the perfectionist mindset. It's like everything has to be like a very like high quality. It needs to have this, it needs to have that, and definitely prevented us from being more consistent with the videos. We definitely could have put out a few more, but we were so caught up in everything looking a certain type of way that you kind of like get discouraged. Next main issue we ran into was timing. And by timing, it's like just finding the time to record. As we stated, we are a married couple. We have 2 kids. We're both gainfully employed. We got full-time jobs, and this is more like a just like a side project that we wanted to do. Just as stated before, to help improve our teamwork, improve our communication, and things like that. But finding time to record while dealing with 2 kids, finding time to edit, and time to like come up with the concept of videos, finding time to just do anything outside of what we were already like doing in our day-to-day has been like a really big challenge, if not anything, because after you go through a long day, you kind of just don't want to do anything. Kind of not even necessarily you don't want to do anything. You have like your habits and things that you already are used to like doing, and you get off work, you want to just fall into that.
Yeah. And any parents out there, you know how at the end of the day you're just exhausted and you're tired after working a full-time job, cooking dinner, getting kids prepared for bed, doing all of your routines. At the end of the night, you just want to sit and probably watch TV, scroll on your phone, or just do something relaxing. So taking time away from that and to sit down and like record, edit, and all that stuff was just, it just wasn't working out for us.
That kind of leads into the next one, which would be the next issue that we had, which was mindset. You really do, especially if you plan to, I want to say, not even necessarily be successful. I think just if you want to commit to creating YouTube videos, you really have to be in like the right mindset for it, because it's not easy to completely like change your entire routine and give up all the free time you had before, give up all the dopamine hits you had like with scrolling, on all these different type of social medias, or just, being able to just sit and relax. So you have to really, I think, be in the correct mindset to know that, hey, this is what we said that we're gonna do, and so we should really commit to it. Versus, it's like, yeah, we say we're gonna do it, but and whenever anything small pops up, it's like, well, it's been a long day, or
Yeah, and to keep in mind, we are in a relationship. We are married. We go through our personal issues. So definitely want to come on camera in like the best mood. You don't want to come in a bad mood, or whatever the case is. So definitely keeping that in mind, and the things that you go through, like with work, and you get in a bad mood, or you're just not in a great mood, that definitely shows on camera. So just being in the right mindset, you want to make sure that is important when doing like YouTube videos and stuff.
exactly. Adding on to that, also, it's like with the concepts, there's a few times where I would have an idea, I'll pitch it, and she would have how she feel about it, or she would have like idea and she pitch it, and then I have things that I feel about it. And if you're not like ready to have like, I guess, opposing thoughts on something, everybody, when you have a vision, it's like in your head it makes sense, in your head everything's lined up perfect, and then here comes this other person like poking holes in this. So, well, that's not how it,
Yeah.
it's not how it's working in my head. But you don't want to say it out loud too, especially because you don't want conflict.
Yeah.
So
It's definitely easier like doing YouTube when you're by yourself, because you're only dealing with your thoughts and your ideas, versus when you're with somebody, like you obviously have to be considerate of the other person's ideas and thoughts and how they feel about whatever concept that you come up with. So I feel like you mentioned, my ideas and his ideas wasn't like really aligning. So just dealing with all of that was another added struggle.
yeah, and then collabing is hard.
And then the last struggle I feel like we had, and it probably was mainly due to me, it was a lot of overthinking on my part. I feel like when you are in the YouTube space, even if you're just watching YouTube videos, you're seeing how great of a quality other people's videos are, and like the ideas they're coming up with is so fun. And it just makes you feel like the ideas that you have is just not good enough. Like he mentioned before, when he come up with the concept, I'm thinking about it and I'm like, I've never seen a video like that before, or actually this is how I've seen a video similar to that go. Like it was just a lot of overthinking, a lot of comparison, which is not really good. YouTube is full of like people of all walks of life doing different types of videos. So you can't really compare your video that you're doing to somebody else's, because everybody's at different points in their journey.
Yeah.
And you just have to approach YouTube just with originality and being authentic to who you are, instead of trying to compare and imitate somebody else.
Yeah, not all comparison, like it's bad, but we were definitely like taking it, I don't want to say too far, but there's that quote that you used to say, like, don't compare your chapter 1 to somebody's like chapter 20.
Yeah.
So that definitely plays a role into it. It's good to be inspired, it's good to see a concept and want to attempt it, but I think we shouldn't see that and think that we are going to be able to do it exactly like we saw. So that definitely played a role into not having the right mindset. All of these are pretty much connected, right?
Yeah.
Like, for one, you got to find the time to, when you get off work, to try to discuss a video, and then when it comes down to creating a video, then you're overthinking it, and then you're comparing to other YouTubers, and then you see what you have, like you were having technical issues, like the coloring from the other camera weren't working the way that we would like. So it's like all these are just playing into it and just giving you like the big sign to say, hey, you don't even worry about it, don't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, and you gotta keep in mind, like, YouTube is a process. Like the first video that you put out, the first couple videos even, it's not gonna be, like how you envisioned, or like perfect, like, even the people who've been doing YouTube for like a couple of years, like they're still improving on the quality of the video. They're still improving on the creativity of their videos. So when you start YouTube, you can't have that kind of mindset to where you're very harsh on yourself and comparing your chapter 1 to somebody's chapter 20. You just gotta have fun with it and just not have any expectations. I don't want to say no expectations at all, but like don't
Yeah.
over expect.
Don't put out slap, but also don't allow the fact that your video does not look like your favorite YouTubers to prevent you from putting it out there. You don't
Yeah.
want to just put any and everything unless you do. You know, we're not gonna sit and judge you. But for us, we don't want to not put quality and effort behind what we're creating. But we also can't expect like this thing we just started a few months ago to be at the level of somebody who's been doing it for 5, 10, 15, years.
Yeah. And like I mentioned, we have great cameras. We still have to figure out the settings. And even now, we're recording on our phone because it just works better. So
Yeah.
just do what you have to do, and not because you see somebody have this super cool, fancy setup that you feel like you have to go get a super cool, fancy setup as well. Just start where you are and just make it fun.
Enjoy the process, because I think with most things in life, it's not necessarily the destination. It's not the final product. It's usually the process to getting there. That's what's enjoyable. So
Yeah.
that's what we're gonna attempt to do.
Yeah. And we're saying all of this as an advice, but these are advice that we're taking ourselves,
Yeah.
especially going into the new year. We want to be more consistent. And these are all the things that we dealt with or struggle with. And we are not going to use those struggles as an excuse for us
Or
to
a
not
crutch.
continue.
And it's not even like we haven't even been trying. We've had a few video attempts. We both had through ideas out there. We recorded, we even tried scripting and all that, and it's just not coming out how we would like. And then it kind of falls into that comparison. It kind of falls in that overthinking. It kind of falls into all the things that we're discussing now. So it's not as if we're just sitting here not doing it. It's like we're actually trying, but we for sure have to get the proper mindset. We for sure have to get the timing down. Got to deal with the technical issues and just stop overthinking.
Yeah, for sure.
I kind of want to talk about like the direction of the channel.
Yeah, we
don't really know.
Well, we don't have like a super
Yeah.
clear direction, but one thing that we do know for sure, we are married and we are parents. The one place that we can start is being authentic to who we are, showcasing, things that we go through as parents, we go through as husband and wife, and then we figure it out from there.
Yeah, we started all this with a few like key considerations, especially for us. Is we feel very fortunate for where we are. There's I just want to say I definitely we feel blessed for where we're at in life, and we also just want to give back, and not in the sense of like, I don't know how to put it. Like, we want to give back to the world. Like, we're not like rich enough to be like hosting, was that like food drives and things like that. But we do know, even though we may not be like the best couple, we have some tips that we've picked up on. We may not be like the best parents. We have some tips that we've picked up on. We may not be like the best people, but we do have some tips that we picked up on within life, and giving little nuggets of truth that might be helpful to whoever might need it within the moment. Hearing it is kind of like what we want to like always include in our videos, just something to give back and to help. So that's something that has been one of the inspiring things for us to even start this, is to be able to contribute back to the world, because we feel like we've benefited so much from just life in general. So very appreciative of where we're at. So
Yeah, we definitely want our videos to add value to people, and
yeah,
not
that's
just
the
be
word.
entertaining. So we're gonna strive to make sure we're making content that is adding value to your lives, and not you just mindlessly watching a video.
Yeah, maybe there might be some videos like that, but for sure, deep down, we do want to give back.
Yeah. And overall, we're just gonna be trying to figure out our footing. We're gonna try to figure out where we fit
Yeah,
in this YouTube world. Just trying to be creative, trying to connect
yeah.
and do things together.
But this is something that we set out to do, so we actually do want to do it for some time, regardless of the success or lack thereof. We will, for the sake of our commitment, attempt to be more consistent. And shout out to everybody that subscribed. We really didn't expect it yet. With like 30 people subscribed to the channel. That's
Wow, I think
amazing.
it's 30.
How much was it?
I think it's like 13.
And maybe it's gonna be 30 by the time this video come out. We appreciate everybody though, honestly,
Yes.
for those of you who subscribe. And we do apologize for not putting more videos out. Again, this is not a video to say like this is our excuse for not. We just want to give you a little bit more behind the scenes of like what's actually happening.
Stay tuned for more videos to come. I hope you guys stick around. People who subscribe to our channels, again, thank you so much. I hope you stick around to watch more of our videos, and I hope it brings value to you.
Yeah, and Happy New Year. And speaking of a Happy New Year, we actually wanted to put out a video to give a little bit more inspiration on approaching the new year and using it as kind of like a stepping stone to start new good habits, or even like break some old bad habits. So like Happy New Year's to everybody. 2025 is going to be a wonderful year, hopefully. And even if you have a few struggles, just know that usually the bad times don't last too long. So
Yeah, for sure.
all right, we'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks again, and we do apologize for the lack of videos, but we are working on it.
Yeah, we'll come back better than before.
Better, faster, stronger. All right, take care.